Hi everyone, my name is Kate and you're very welcome here on my channel where I talk about fragrances. And I hope you like vanilla because today we're talking about vanilla. You probably might see that there are a lot of fragrances today, so make yourself some tea, coffee, pour yourself a generous glass of wine, and let's start talking about this beautiful, beautiful note that so many people love. If you enjoy watching my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, to like and comment. I always love chatting with you guys, and these comments, yes, they do help my channel, but I also want some feedback, some conversations, so please don't shy away from saying something. I will go in a random order. These are not ranked. These are all fragrances that I love a lot. Some of them I have in full bottles. Some of them I have in samplers. But if I wait until I have all the bottles that I want, I will just never make a video. And I want to tell you about more fragrances, at least as many as I can. So forgive me that there are samplers, but these are fragrances that I'm wearing. I know how they smell. I tested them on my skin. So I do have something to share about them. And let's start with Diptyque Eau Duelle. I've been wanting this fragrance for a while, and I bought it only in this October. And what I like about this vanilla, first, yes, it's a real vanilla bean. It's not thicklishly sweet, but it's sweet. So when we talk about vanilla, sometimes people describe fragrances like it's not sweet, it's vanilla bean. It's not like a vanilla syrup that they put in a coffee in Starbucks or something. But to me, it's always sweet. So yes, this is sweet. But what's interesting about this fragrance is this contrast between the sweetness and creaminess and floral aspect of vanilla and wood and kind of a pine needle. So basically, to me, the easiest way to describe this fragrance is vanilla bean in a sauna. Somebody forgot it there. I don't know how, I don't know what's the story, although I would listen to that story, but yes, there's this woody and piney aspect around this vanilla. And that's what makes it more unique, more interesting. I like these two contrasting parts in it. They're kind of confronting each other. Maybe that's why it's called Eau Duelle, because maybe it's actually dual and only one will survive. But so far, they both survive and it's stunning. Really like this one. Next, let's talk about Shalimar. So I have two Shalimars here. I have the modern Eau de Parfum. By the way, I have extra de Parfum of Shalimar from the 60s. And let me know if you want that video. I can compare. I don't know what to compare it to though. I can just make a video about this vintage, beautiful. It's actually stunning. It's so beautiful. Shalimar from the 60s. Ah, amazing. I like this one too, but actually, I don't wear this. My man wears it. Surprise, surprise. Because I don't want to talk about this one, although this is, of course, it's a legendary vanilla by Guerlain. I don't know if it's true 100%, but I heard many times that Shalimar was born out of Jicky. It's one of the legendary fragrances by Guerlain. I believe from the 20s or maybe even earlier. That one is very lavender based. It's beautiful, it's old school, it's classic, very nice. The legend says that Shalimar was born out of Jicky with an overdose with vanilla. So Mr. Guerlain, he just put a lot of vanilla into the formula and this was born. I don't know, maybe, why not? However, I would like to speak about Shalimar Philtre de Parfum. And this is a very nice version of Shalimar for those who are afraid of modern Shalimar. So this is basically very nice sparkly citruses on top. And then it's lavender and vanilla in the bottom. I believe that Mon Guerlain is actually kind of an homage to Shalimar because of this lavender and vanilla in it. But this one I like more than Mon Guerlain. I think this is a very nice beginner version of Shalimar for those who want to be here but still not ready. Try this. Very easy to wear, very nice, beautiful vanilla. I really recommend this one, and I'm thinking about the bottle actually. I don't know, because I have this and I can wear it if I want. You know, sometimes I have this problem with buying two versions of the same fragrance. But I think it's very possible that I will get a full bottle because I really like it and I enjoy wearing it. Let's talk about imaginary authors. I still didn't get a bottle of this one. I'm kind of hesitant because I love this fragrance and I like how it smells. It's a Memoirs of the Trespasser. And this is vanilla and clay. And at first I was very excited. I even made a video about imaginary authors' fragrances. By the way, I'll leave a link here so you can watch it if you want, because I ranked a lot of imaginary authors' fragrances, and I'm curious about what you think. Maybe you have your favorites. I don't want to spoil anything, so I will not tell you which place Memoirs took. But I thought that I want a bottle. And then I wore a couple of samplers of it. Even this one, look, it's almost done. It's almost there at the bottom. And I still cannot decide. Anyway, I like this fragrance. And if it sounds interesting to you, I definitely recommend you to try. At least order a sampler if you've never tried it, because it's unique. It's stunning. And I think this is one of the most interesting vanillas on the market right now. So yes, Memoirs here. Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I have a whole video about this fragrance. This is the only fragrance I keep rebuying after I finish the bottle. And it always has to be in my collection. I cannot imagine my collection without this fragrance. So this is dried fruits. This is a little bit of honey and this beautiful tobacco leaf. And this all is in a big cloud and whisper of vanilla. Yes, I love this fragrance. And now I smell it and I'm flying away because it's just amazing. Why don't I wear you so much? Come on. I need to change that. Legendary. Wanted to mention it. Of course, there's always Vanille Fatale by Tom Ford too. Although I have a really funny story about it, I smell it as a chewing gum. I don't know what happened after COVID. I tried to smell it a couple of times and it smelled like a chewing gum, like a bubble gum to me. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong. I'll try again because I haven't tried to smell it again for a while. And I will let you know next time I smell it. I hope that I will not smell chewing gum anymore. I want to smell the real fragrance. So that's why that one didn't make this list, and that's why I don't have it in my collection, because something weird is going on there. Next, I just made a whole video about Serge Lutens' brand. Please watch it if you like the brand or if you're curious about it, because I put my heart and soul in that video. So don't forget to watch it. And this is Bois Vanille. And I always describe it as... Oh, yeah, so nice. This is pretty sweet, by the way. This is on the sweeter side. So imagine yourself in a beautiful imaginary forest, like a fantasy forest, you know, from Lord of the Rings or something. And you see these rays of sunlight coming through the tree branches. And when you come closer to these rays of light, you see that there is a vanilla powder kind of dancing in the air. And that's how it smells. It's woody. It says forest in the name. And it's light. It's really like this vanilla powder ray of light. I don't know how else to describe it. It just smells like that. A truly interesting piece from Serge Lutens. And this is definitely a tender and gentle side of the brand. I like this fragrance a lot. Next, I actually wanted to mention to you, I don't have a bottle, but I'm going to get it. It's just not my priority right now, but I'm going to get it definitely. So this is Lalique Le Parfum. Very interesting and underrated vanilla with bay leaf. I think there's also pepper, maybe a little bit of elemi or benzoin. Some sweetness comes from there too. I really like this vanilla, and I said it's underrated because it's cheap. It's like you can buy it for $30 or something. Please don't think that if it doesn't cost much, it smells like a cheap fragrance. No, not at all. This is very beautiful, amazing smelling fragrance. If you like vanilla, if bay leaf sounds interesting to you and you've never tried this fragrance, try it because it's definitely worth a try. Next, ooh, Dior Addict. I used to have an old version, the first version of this fragrance, and it was just driving me crazy because that one is intoxicating. That one is so grotesque. That one is, I don't know, it's something else. That is the vamp woman. That is the, I don't know, vampire ball and the poison that you cannot get enough of. This is kind of, I would not say that it's bad. It's not bad. It still has the structure. It still has the spirit of that monster that it used to be. Some of you don't like this kind of robust, monstrous fragrance, so you'll be happy to learn that this is different. And I'm probably going to get the old version too because I want it in my collection, but today we're talking about this one. And this is a modern 2014, I believe, version of the Addict. And this is, of course, vanilla, the star of the show, and jasmine. Very nice and bitey citruses in the top. I really like when you just spray it. It's very green. I don't remember what notes they mentioned, but there's something definitely green and citrusy in it. And then it's just this dance of vanilla and jasmine together. They're so close together that you cannot really separate them. They're like this. It's like a vanilla jasmine. I really like this one for winter. It's very classy, and I understand why this fragrance has not lost its popularity because it's definitely something. I know some people, especially among my audience, I know you all are searching for something interesting, something unique. You're intellectuals, but sometimes when designer fragrance is good, it's really good. It's extremely well done. Every little detail here is just perfection. As you see, I don't wear a lot of designer perfumes. And there's a reason for that. But when it's good, it's good. And this is when it's really good, even though it's like 30% of what it used to be, it's still amazing. So you can imagine if you haven't tried the original, you can imagine how good that is if even 30% is stunning. Next one is for the nerds like me. This is Replica Maison Margiela, Whispers in the Library. I know it's harder to get now, but still very possible. And this really smells like a library. You know, these old books with the pages that went yellow because of time? They have this smell of dusty vanilla. It's how I would describe it. Dusty, woody vanilla. And I think this is what they try to recreate. And this scent, it's a little sweeter than I would like it to be. It's sweeter than the book, but still, it's very close. And it's pretty close to the real scent in the library. And that's why I love it. And I need a full bottle. If somebody has a full bottle, please let me know. Because I'm gonna run out of this quickly. I'm trying to cherish it and I don't use it much. I don't really read books from the tablets because I like the whole experience of touching the pages, of moving them, of see how much left. I really like it. So I'm old school and I read real books. And that's why I love fragrances like this too, that remind me of books. By the way, if you know some really good fragrances, that represent the library or the book smell, please let me know if it's realistic. I'll look into that. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, Cuir Beluga by Guerlain. I should have talked about it with Shalimar, but whatever. Also, I don't own this fragrance, even though I want it, but what stops me? On my skin, unfortunately, it doesn't stay, or I think I just don't smell it. I smell it only for the first 20 minutes and then it disappears. Although other people tell me that they still can smell the fragrance from me. So it's just my personal problem. If I didn't have that problem, I would already have a bottle of this because it's a very nice vanilla suede. That's how I would describe it. It's a very nice suede glove. It's very skillfully made. It's very, very thin. So thin that you feel like it's gonna break, but it never breaks because of how well it's done. I like wearing it. I feel like I want to like straighten my spine when I wear it because it definitely has this quality of respectful, skillful, something very beautiful and aristocratic. It's a very aristocratic fragrance to me. Boutique line by Guerlain. It's very good. It's very classic. So there's nothing that says, oh my God, your world's gonna change. Probably not. But they make this really solid, good fragrances that we expect from a boutique line. If it sounds interesting, try it. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And I wish that it worked better for me. Vanille de Tahiti by Perris Monte Carlo. My only summer vanilla. That's officially the only fragrance with a note of vanilla. I mean, with a very strong note, because half of the fragrances maybe have a touch of vanilla somewhere. But this one is the only one I wear when it's hot because of ylang ylang. And ylang ylang opens up so beautifully in the heat, in the hot weather, in the humid weather. You know, some of the white and yellow florals, they have the quality of, they are a little bit animalic. They have this kind of natural scent, which I learned to love. The more I learn about fragrances, the more I understand how beautiful it is, how beautiful it can be. Oud fragrances, they do have those animalic qualities. Forgive me for the language, but the smell of poop, you know. But there is something really naturalistic about it. And there is something very special about it. In the heat, it opens up very, very nicely. And it's kind of a little bit of the same idea, because some flowers, they do have that aspect. Some people can smell it very strongly. Some people don't really catch it, but I definitely catch it here. You just start seeing it as a part of the fragrance that gives it depth and something unique, something unusual. Love the scent. Really nice. My summer vanilla. And let's move to Canto. MIrabile. In Italian, it means miraculous, something like that. And by the way, tell me, how do you feel about the bottle, about this texture? I'm curious because I know that there are two groups of people, somebody who likes it and somebody who hates it. I actually really like it because it's something different. You know, usually most bottles, they're glass, and this is just change of pace basically for me, so I don't mind. So about this fragrance, if I had to describe it, I would say that this is Bailey's, you know, this Irish liqueur, with peppermint. So kind of a peppermint Bailey's. I like it a lot. It's very lactonic, like milky, creamy. There is a lavender, there is a rose, I think, but I don't smell the rose itself. I just smell like this, you know, rose petals, they have this like kind of powdery smell. So I guess the texture is just a little powdery. There is vanilla, of course. I think there are two kinds of vanilla in the pyramid. And there is clove that gives a little spiciness. There is, of course, a note of rum because it's definitely alcoholic. And that's, I guess, what creates this Bailey's feel, because it's both. It's lactonic, but there's also alcohol aspect, alcohol notes. I know there's also this note of buchu mentioned. I don't know, some kind of plant. I have no idea what it is. But some people on Fragrantica say that this is what gives it this fresh, minty smell. There's this contrast of vanilla and mint. Kind of. I don't know. This buchu probably has a very fresh scent. So yes, they contrasted. Just like in Eau Duelle, there's a duel between the two, but I think that duel creates something beautiful that I like to wear when it's cold. Really interesting fragrance. I didn't explore much of Canto, but I want to get to know them better because so far, I didn't have a lot of luck with Perris fragrances, but I know that there are some beautiful, beautiful scents among them, and I just need to dive in at some point and learn more. Okay guys, that's it with vanilla for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a like, to subscribe, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.